Hello, it's me, Vicky Marie, with a coffee. Sorry, I'm on the avatar because I'm just not ready yet. I've just literally got up and I thought I'm going to do this video because I've got a long day of classes, Spanish classes today. For those of you that are watching that don't know that I teach Spanish, that's what I do in my other life. And today, Monday, is always a busy day for classes. So I'm not sure what time I'd get a chance later to do a video. So I thought I'd just do this because there's a few observations that I want to make and a few things that I just want to talk about. This case of Samantha Murphy is getting more and more disturbing, isn't it? By the days now, 8 days that Samantha has been missing from home after going for a run, and just doesn't seem to be any developments at all, unless there's things hopefully going on behind the scenes that we just don't know about, which there probably is in most investigations. I expect there are. But there's a few concerns, apart from the fact that this woman, Samantha, 51-year-old mother of 3 children, disappeared inexplicably. Supposedly went out for a run, not yesterday, Sunday, but the Sunday before, 8 days ago, and just didn't come back. So apparently it transpires she had some sort of a meeting at 11. So she would have been back well in time for that, because she would have wanted to have had a shower, I presume, after going for a run or a walk or whatever it was she'd gone for. I'm not clear if it's a run or a walk. Obviously she'd want to have a shower because she'd be hot and bothered when she got back. So, that's apparently what raised the alarm so quickly, because she was supposed to be at this meeting, whatever it was. Now, it's starting to remind me now of the Rachel Morin case. And for those of you who don't know about Rachel Morin, we'll look at that first, because Rachel Morin was a mother of 5, in her late 30s. She went in the evening for a run on the Ma and Pa Trail in Maryland in the USA and disappeared, ostensibly, but she was found when they searched the park area, and she had been brutally murdered. And then some DNA was traced from her body, which linked to a case right over the other side of America in Los Angeles, an assault on a young girl. And this DNA linked the two events together. That happened a couple of months before. And CCTV or doorbell footage was released of the man who was leaving this property where he'd assaulted this young girl. And it was announced that he was who they were looking for. It was clear as day. If you would have known this man, you would know who he was. Although it was a profile, but his body shape, and then there was other doorbell footage released. It looked as if he knew the people at this property. Anyway, that was months ago. It was, back in the summer when the actual event happened, and this man has still not been caught. And this is, I think, terrifying, because that man is still at large. And, he brutally murdered Rachel. And he's still at large, and he obviously travels long distances because he'd gone from one side of America to another. So is he being hidden? There's lots of speculation about, is he being hidden by family members? His Hispanic background, is it because people haven't seen the news? But anyway, so that's my worry, because I really did think that once they released the DNA evidence of that man, and the doorcam footage, I really did think that he would be caught pretty quickly after that, and he hasn't been. So this is worrying me. about this case is that please don't let it turn into a cold case. I mean, we don't know yet that actually any foul play has happened to Samantha, but every passing day, I don't believe for a minute she would have gone off and left her children after you saw her daughter in that press conference so upset. Don't believe for a minute she would have just run off and left them wondering what had happened to her. So if she's had an accident in the bush, that's very worrying that she hasn't been found yet because extensive searches have been done. Or if foul play did befall Samantha, you know, just the longer it goes on, the less positive it looks, doesn't it? So I want to just show you, just to refresh your memory about the Rachel Morin case and her, the reward for catching her killer is now at $35,000. It started off at $10,000. It was doubled to 20, then it increased to 30. It's now on $35,000 reward for any information to lead to her, you know, the capture of her killer. So let's just have a little update.
It's a case WJZ has been in your corner following from the start. Today marks 6 months since Rachel Morin, a Harford County mother of 5, was last seen alive. Her body was found along the Ma and Pa Trail in Ballarat back in August, and still no arrests have been made. Today, the law firm representing her family announced the reward for information has increased to $35,000. Investigators believe the man seen in this video is the prime suspect in her killing. A security camera caught the man leaving a home in Los Angeles after a reported assault and home.
No, I really do think that if you knew this man, you know, if he was someone who was known to you, you would recognize him from this video. I really do think.
Invasion. DNA evidence from the home matched DNA found at Morin's crime scene. However, that man has never been identified.
Somebody knows who this man is. Who is protecting him and why? What, you know, even if it was your son, I think I'd find it difficult knowing what he's taken a mother away from 5 children. And not only that, you know, those children, they were all living together with Rachel, and now they've had to go and live with their dads, which I'm sure, you know, it's better than them going in care, but they're not living together now anymore like they were.
If you have any information that can help, you are asked to contact the Harford County Sheriff's Office.
Let's just watch that one more time.
It's a case WJZ has been in your corner following from the start. Today marks 6 months since Rachel Morin, a Harford County mother of 5, was last seen alive. Her body was found along the Ma and Pa Trail in Ballarat back in August, and still no arrests have been made. Today, the law firm representing her family announced the reward for information has increased to $35,000.
That picture, this was a picture at her, the photo that was at her funeral and memorial.
$35,000. Investigators believe $5,000 has increased to $35,000. Investigators believe the man seen in the reward for information.
Oh gosh, sorry, hang on. Yeah, such a beautiful picture with one of her daughters. And why is somebody holding back? Why? You know, why is this woman's killer still out there? It's terrifying, really, if you were in that area or in Los Angeles, or, I mean, he could be anywhere by now, I suppose. He could have, you know, left the country, but, I mean, there were rumours that it had been identified, but it didn't come to anything.
Information has increased to $35,000. Investigators believe the man seen in this video is the prime suspect in her killing. A security camera caught the man leaving a home in Los Angeles after a reported assault and home invasion. DNA evidence from the home matched DNA found at Morin's crime scene. However, that man has never been identified. If you have any information that can help, you are asked to contact the Harford County Sheriff's Office.
So, yes, August, the actual, she died in August last year. We're now in February the following year, and despite having that doorbell footage, this man still has not been identified. So, it's just worrying. We don't want Samantha's case as well to turn into, is it going to turn into a cold case? I mean, I'm sure there's investigations still going on, but, anyway, let's just hear, there's a couple of other things I just want to tell you about Samantha's case. So the Daily Mail, or the Australian Daily Mail, sort of released, it's not an update, it's a rehash really. But there was a couple of new things that we didn't know or we haven't looked at before. So it's just because the search has been scaled back now. For whatever reason, maybe they've just searched the whole area so thoroughly, then they're obviously confident maybe she's not in that area. Like everything else, like we said, there's probably lots of things going on that we don't know about. Certainly hope so. So local volunteers are still organising search parties, but the official search was scaled back on Saturday. And those who were wanting to help, they were told there'd be no coordinated effort, but they could carry out their own searches alone. So the Country Fire Authority and State Emergency Service volunteers have been told to withdraw from the search, which has been scaled back but not abandoned. So, yeah. So what that means, I don't know. So there was an item of interest found in the early days in the investigation. I said the early days, it's only been 8 days. I suppose I must remember. It's funny, isn't it? Because 8 days is not a long time in one way, but in a case like this, it's huge. Every day is like a year, isn't it? Because every day that goes by, 8 days, is a long time to be lost in the bush or lying with an injury, or, just every day could be, 8 days, could be 8 months in a way. It's I don't know. I can't imagine what a family are going through worrying about her. Anyway, so yeah, there was an item found. It was cordoned off, and it was found not to be relevant. There was CCTV that was released, and someone came forward and said that was them. So that didn't mean anything. I mean, they do have her Apple Watch, and her phone had pinged at 5:30 that same afternoon. And Victoria Police Inspector Bob Heaney said they were investigating the devices, but the area they were able to track them from was limited. No CCTV in the State Forest. Over the weekend, a team of volunteers found a black bra that had been chopped in half and hung on a post, which was reported to the police. But I think that was found to be not relevant. Locals say the area is notorious for drug users, while search parties have also found evidence of homeless encampments deep within the bush. So there was a lady savagely attacked, a girl savagely attacked a year ago on that same run, just 20 kilometres away from where she vanished. She was running down a similar track when she was smashed in the face by a random stranger wielding a rock tied to the end of a stick. It knocked her unconscious and left her face blooded and bruised when she finally came to, but she had to stagger 4 kilometres before she could raise the alarm. And her white male attacker had vanished when she woke up, and no one was ever caught in connection with the attack. Again, that's just terrifying, isn't it? Meanwhile, another girl, Rebecca Angela was camping with her boyfriend in the Wuwukarung Regional Park on the weekend that she went missing, on the same weekend. Now, this place, you hear a lot of talk about mine shafts because it was a gold prospecting place. So sometimes people go there look and see if they can find some gold. And she said her and her partner, they had travelled to Ballarat on a gold hunting trip and arrived on February the 1st. They'd gone to an area about 15 minutes from the state forest to look for gold when they had a frightening encounter. She said that while she was getting ready, her partner Michael had already set off to look for gold when suddenly he returned to their car. He's a big guy, meaning her boyfriend, she said. He's not usually scared of anything, but he told me he'd seen a strange, dishevelled man pop out of the bush talking to himself with the crotch on his pants ripped. The couple decided to pack up and go to another area. Gosh, what is it? People are not free. Nice, normal people are not free to do what they want because of strange people that, this man, he hadn't done anything, but if he was dishevelled talking to himself with the crotch on his pants ripped, well, you would, you'd get out of there, wouldn't you? So she said they drove about 7 minutes. Her partner had warned her of mine shafts in the area and suggested they go elsewhere. But Miss Angeli wanted to have a quick look and wandered a short distance away from the car. Then I saw the same guy again, even after we'd just driven about 7 minutes, she said. His whole face lit up when he saw a woman on his own. I was thinking, how did this guy get here so fast? He must know a shortcut. He had both of his hands behind his back and started walking towards me really fast. Miss Angeli said she then called out to the man to ask if there was any gold in the area, loud enough so her partner could hear. And her partner ran over to him, and she said then the man quickly put his hands in his pockets and fled into the bush. However, they did camp overnight in the forest on Friday and Saturday. And on Saturday morning, they saw, now this is what they say, whether it was her or not. On Saturday morning, they saw Miss Murphy run past their campsite. She wished them a good morning as she went on her way. So sorry, it wasn't the Sunday, it was the Saturday. Now, then they go on to talk a little bit about Michael Murphy, Samantha's husband. And of course, there's been, the usual speculation about him, which, investigations anyway always do start, don't they, with the people closest to them. So Miss Murphy and her husband both own a car repair business called Inland Motor Bodyworks. Mr. Murphy has 23 years of experience in the industry, while his wife handles the books and administration of the office, along with keeping Mick in line. And the business describes itself as Ballarat's leading smash repairs specialist. So on the third day of his wife's disappearance, Mr. Murphy said he was feeling not too bad under the circumstances. It's just up in the air. We don't know, he told the Herald Sun. It's just a whole time thing at the end of the day. Now, of course, he has received criticism because he was seen smiling outside the police station. But, I still think that could just be the way the photographers caught, the photographers, the mainstream media that's all over this, complaining about us, social media, I suppose. But they're all over it, and they were probably their way, just snapping pictures and hoping to get a picture like that, because a picture like that gets clicks, sells papers. But, however, he had also told 9 News he would not be joining the search as he preferred to keep his mind occupied with other matters while he waited for an update. Everybody's different, I suppose, but I would find that very difficult to not go out and search. Anyway, last week, Miss Murphy's family attacked the online trolls who have been falsely alleging that he was behind her disappearance. So this Facebook group, so this is the other thing I wanted to talk about. I've told you about the Facebook group that was set up, not by anyone who, the lady who set it up, Sin Hobbs, she didn't know Samantha. She set it up, and of course it just, before you knew it, had 20,000 members. And somebody had put in this Facebook group, for those questioning Samantha's husband, you need not worry, said a statement to the Facebook group set up to help in the hunt and believed to be from a family member. He is in more pain than anyone and would be the last person to suspect in any of this. And there he is, Michael. So, let's just have a look at some of the photos there, actually. Yes, this was the photo at the press conference where Jess, the daughter, her oldest daughter, got very, very upset. This is Samantha. This is where she lived, and this is where they're searching. This is the last CCTV scene of Samantha. So it's saying here, CCTV captured Miss Murphy running past a neighbour's house at about 7:16. I don't think it did. I don't think it did. I think that was proven not to be her. Anyway, they may have forgotten to change that. Local volunteers. Samantha. Samantha, hope you're okay wherever you are. So, we've watched the press conference a couple of times with the daughter. Now, the father said at the press conference, he made an impassioned plea for information from the public that may assist in finding his wife. People don't just vanish into thin air. Someone's got to know something. Whether it be any little thing that you might think is relevant, just call the police and let them know. It will give us a bit of peace of mind, some hope. And when he was asked why he was being so quiet about his wife's disappearance, Mr. Murphy said on Wednesday he had been advised to do so. I've been speaking with the police and I've been advised not to say anything, Mr. Murphy told the Herald Sun. He added he was doing okay and was not worried about the various theories of what lay behind his wife's disappearance, saying he doesn't even look online. He's probably better off not looking online, to be fair. But then what is he doing? Because he's not out searching, but anyway. Okay, so that was something I want to show. Now, the other thing I want to show you, it's a very curious thing, I think. Let me just find it. Yeah, so going back to the Facebook group, that I was telling you about, sort of, it's now got 16.9 thousand members because the lady who started it, she has now closed it. I thought this was quite strange because this is what she says. Hi everyone, this group has served its purpose. Now, this group is called Find Samantha Murphy, so it's odd. It hasn't served its purpose yet until, in my opinion, I think the group has been useful for people in that area. They've organised searches through it, they've arranged meeting up together, they've talked about who searched where, etc. So it just seems strange that she's deleting it. She's going to delete it. So she said, hi, everyone. And this is another strange thing. This group has served its purpose and we have been given the go-ahead to delete. This is a huge mission of its own, as I have to remove every member. Well, not really, you just delete the group. I don't see why you delete all the members individually. You just delete the group. Anyway, if you would like to help Sam's group, the best thing you can do for her is to help speed the process up by deleting yourself. Thanks for all the amazing support. I hope to get on with my life now with my beautiful family that I will never take for granted again. Bless you all. I'll still be shouting for Sam's return. My message is still the same. Be kind, it costs nothing. But don't be so kind that you have nothing to give yourself for self-care. Wise words. Praying for a miracle. And she's turned off comments. So that's almost like saying, as if she'd been found. I mean, and as far as I know, she hasn't been found. So yeah, what do you make of that? So I know with the Nicola Bully groups, they're still going. I think people quite like to go on there, talk over things. People have made friends on these groups, like Facebook friends, and they sort of, support each other. And some groups are nicer than others. Some are not very nice at all, and others are really nice and supportive. So very, very strange that she's, and also the way she's saying delete yourselves when she could just delete the group. So I don't understand what she means by that. The best thing, if you would like to help Sam's group, the best thing you can do for her is to help speed the process up by deleting yourself. Now, I'm not surprised she's maybe found it, because it will have been horrible. She'll have got some horrible messages as well as nice messages. That, unfortunately, is the way of social media. You get nice things and horrible things. I go through it all the time. It just, it's funny because you get 99.9% of positive things that people say to you. I get such lovely emails, such lovely messages, and then you get some twonks who are just nasty, just nasty, and they're always the ones that stick with you, and it's hard mentally, it's very hard, and it's only because of the nice messages that you carry on. So she created this group 6 days ago. All the that's all that's on there now. When she created the group, and then this strange, to me it's strange, because you could just delete the group. I think you can even just, it says it's been archived. I think you can just hide it and then maybe put it back later or whatever. I think you can, I'm not sure. I've never deleted a group, but what do you think? Odd, isn't it? Because patently, a group that's called Find Samantha Murphy, until Samantha has been found, it has not served its purpose. And I do think it has been useful. I mean, obviously, I never comment on it because I'm nowhere near there and I can't do anything practical to help. But I have noticed that people have organised searches, to go together to do searches, etc., or to get together or talk about, what do you think about this article, or is this true, or so. It just seems odd to me anyway. Very odd. But I'm sure she's got her reasons. And then she said, we've been given the go-ahead to delete it. Go-ahead by who? The police, the family? Strange. Okay, so I think that's the last update I've got for you, if you can call it an update. Let's just pray for some positive news or some resolution, because if it turns in, I know that Rachel Morin's family you know, from their Facebook, etc., from their what they put publicly. They're going through torture knowing that this man is out and about that's murdered their daughter. Is out and about, you know, possibly have done it to somebody else, or, you know, it's just terrifying. And if something has happened to Samantha, like foul play, like if there is some person in the work, with people going walking in those woods as we speak, probably, you know, I'm not sure what time it is in Australia at the moment, but, you know, people, that's a place. We had a look at it, didn't we, in the last video, like the actual place itself. It's a place where families go. It's a place where people go to cycle, to walk their dogs, to run, to walk. There's a dementia trail there, a special dementia trail for sensory, you know, special sensory trail for people with dementia. And there's a shadow been cast over it. And this poor lady, Samantha, you know, where is she? Where is Samantha? Anyway, so I hope you have a good Monday. I'm feeling a bit better. My throat feels a bit better this morning. Let's hope it, you know, I've been doing a lot of talking today in classes, so it may go, by the end of the day, it might have gone off again. But thank you, as always. And actually, let me put my little banner on because I keep forgetting to put it on. This one. Thank you for watching, liking, subscribing, and being members. Thank you to anyone who has bought me a Ko-fi, PayPal'd me, or sent a super. I really appreciate your support. Thank you so much. It really does mean everything. So take care. Remember to live and love wisely, carefully, and I'll see you really soon in the next video. And until then, may your God always go with you. Bye.